Hello, everyone. Today I just want to put my point on the whole creatures ending situation. For those of you who don't know, huge, long-time YouTube group, the Creature Hub, has decided to end consistent uploading. And I say consistent uploading because in the video they titled The End, link in the description, they say the channel will be turned into an archive to store old Creature Hub videos. So, on my point, I think that's really, really cool, but at the same time it's really sad because I mean, when you're very young and you start watching these guys who started in 2009 go from being really energetic group of guys to having a group of, I believe 11 is when James and Alex are still there. I believe there were 11. I'm including Stephanie. I mean, there's nothing we can do. It's their choice. They understand that many people are angry, and I can see why. But let's put it in this respect. They went from having a lot of videos being put out a lot. Everyone had a lot of energy. They had a lot of bits and stuff that they used to do. They also had a really large growth. They were gaining subscribers quite a lot, and in short periods of time, they slowly started to increase quite quickly. Now, I don't know if you remember when the Cow Chop crew left. There were many comments that said death of creatures, and those people are probably saying, yeah, this is probably what killed them, and I can honestly say I believe that that's what happened. Because a lot of what people don't know and don't realize at the time is that people in videos make the videos a lot better. And certain people bring out that aspect a lot more. So the better your personality is, the better the video is. And because James had such a very unique personality, and because he was so angry, and really no one could replace James with, for the amount of anger he had, the channel, could have survived, but they had taken such a huge loss, and with this whole adpocalypse thing that has happened, that was also a contributing factor to, killing the creatures. But, of course, they're not the only channel to have suffered greatly from the apocalypse. There's many other big YouTubers who have also suffered from it. Not on such a scale where the channel has to close down, quote-unquote closed, because the creatures aren't technically closed. They're just not going to upload any new videos. But they've been around since 2009. That's when the channel first opened, but they only started, honestly, posting videos in 2010. That's technically when, they started their whole ordeal, but the growth didn't start till 2011. So that's why, even though it says they joined in 2009, in retrospect, the channel did start in 2011. So they've been around for almost 7 years, it would have been 7 years, I believe, in this November. And I grew up watching them, all of them, the original, as I put it, the original 10. Now some people are confused in the photo that I had made. Now, of course, James never used that exact Cookie Monster skin, but he's so iconic with it that I decided to use it, and with his modern one, most people aren't gonna understand what it is, especially most of the guys of the creatures currently. The same thing goes for Alex. Alex went from his Transformer skin to his something else. I don't even know what it is. And Seamus's current skin is some like Ocean King. And unfortunately, most people aren't gonna know what that is. But if you do know from the old days, Seamus loves Mario, and his skin was Luigi themed instead of Mario themed. So to have Seamus in there, I put his name into a search and I found one of the skins he most likely used. The same thing went for Alex. Spoon hasn't changed his skin at all, so Pineapple Spoon still remains. Z hasn't changed his skin at all either. For Kootra and Dan, well, they were kind of simple. I mean, Kootra's skin hasn't changed since the Asgard series, I don't believe, unless he made some little edits to it. And Dan's skin only changed body-wise, not like, entirely, because the face is still the same. Now, however, I couldn't find Gassie's skin, which is really kind of crappy, so, I chose his most modern one, which, most people don't understand either. Let's see, who else? Oh yeah, Junkyard. Well, his skin didn't change at all. It's still what he made for the original days when he did play Minecraft. Who else? I don't think that's about it. Now, I was seeing a lot of comments, people like, oh, is this now? I'm gonna tell you this right now, I didn't ever classify Chill as a creature. I never really saw him as one, and I never really understood the concept of him being a quote-unquote creature. Now, I understand that he's been in a small handful of videos and has been on a few creature talks, but I've never seen a video introducing him as a new creature or being part of the creatures in the very beginning, because in the very beginning it was Kootra, Junkyard, Lionel, if you don't know who he is. He's the one who made the hard-hitting question for their Creature Talk 100. And I believe Dan was also there in the beginning. And then, no, he wasn't, because he came on after. Then they went from that to, I believe James was next. I think that's it, and then you kind of know the story from there. After James, Sly and Seamus joined, and then Gassie after. Now, my original plan was to include Dex, but then I, did thinking, there was such a huge gap between Dex joining from when Alex joined. Now, I understand that there was also one between Gassie and Alex, but right, how do I put this? Dex was brought on as someone that they knew, not a friend. Everyone that you know, like Sly brought on Alex because they were friends. Kootra brought on Dan because they became friends, and the same thing happened with James, and so on and so forth. And then, you know, Dan brought on Gassy because they were friends, but that's besides the point. I saw Dex as someone who they just kind of recruited as an employee. That's how I saw Dex, and it was the same thing for Spencer. Although Spencer was more of a fan for an employee. I saw the same thing with Aaron, and both the Joes, because not Artist Joe, but Chicken Joe. Yes, he has known about the creatures. He knew about them long before he joined. But here's the thing: he wasn't made a creature till RTX 2015, I believe. Is that? I think it was 2015 when he joined. However, no, he was there. He was before RTX. He was at the beginning of end of 2014, I believe, somewhere around there. I'll put the date up in the video somewhere. But the only reason that they kind of knew Dex from before was because of him, because of Lionel knowing Dex. Now, I didn't really see Dex much of a creature because he didn't have such a huge impact as the rest of them did. So that's why I included the original creatures. And if you look, it goes from the old creatures up to the newest, with Mortal being kind of centered. Because, you know, before Dex joined, he was the newest creature, in my eyes. Because, yeah, a lot of people say, oh, but what about, you know, all these other girlfriends? Well, I don't think that they were technically mid creatures. Like, I understand that Stephanie kind of was, I suppose. I really don't know the story on that, and I don't really know the story behind why James gets upset about Kootra dating Stephanie. I don't know that entire story either. However, nonetheless, besides all of that, a lot of us grew up with these guys, and they inspired me to create, or help create, my own group called the Gamers Cast. Of course, it has some very heavy inspiration from the Augscast, but my inspiration to keep going is from creatures. They also inspired me to do YouTube. So yes, of course that they're coming to an end, but we still have one more video that they are going to upload. So besides that, that'll be it, and it's going to be a little documentary. They're going to get all of the past creatures together and get their favorite creature moment. I think what would be really cool, and this might actually happen, I don't know if it will. I could see all of them going to Colorado to, you know, see them, because I don't know where Junk is, but I know the Cow Chop guys, they're in LA. I believe Gassy's still in San Francisco. And Seamus, he might be in Colorado, I don't know. And Sly, I don't know where he is. he kind of bounces around a lot, because I know he visits the East, mainly Florida, to go visit his mom. And then he comes back. I don't know where he's at, but Nonetheless, there is going to be one more video posted. And then that'll be the end of it. And of course, they're going to remove some of the lesser known videos, which is fine, because there's still a lot of videos that I didn't watch, because for a long time I didn't have any interaction online, basically at all. So there's a lot of videos that I don't know about, but a lot of them I do. My only hope is that they keep, if you know that old little team series between Creature Carl and Creature Kobe, which is the two of the three mascots of the creatures, then you'll know that Minecraft series, and that was a really fun one. I think I should get this point across. The reason I chose Minecraft for the picture was because that was one of the first games where they all played together, and it is. And then it became a few others, but Minecraft was the hugest impact. And for gaming, Minecraft kind of was, created the entire gaming fiasco on YouTube. Of course, what started was technically Amnesia, thanks to PewDiePie and Markiplier. But Minecraft was the hugest impact, and it still is. It's still going strong. Like, I know a lot of people are saying that, the Viners are quote-unquote invading YouTube, and that gaming is starting to die, but I don't think that's true. Gaming is still going strong, because here's the thing, you can't make new Vines, but you can always make new games. And with new games comes new popularity from those games, and people who are willing to play them and upload the game onto various streaming platforms, such as Twitch, and YouTube. I'm not going to count MLG's recording thing because it's dead, but this video is kind of getting long, so I'm going to end it around here. So my point is yeah, it's sad that they're going, but things come and go all the time. And let's be real, they weren't gonna last for long, because nothing ever does. Things always come to an end eventually. It's just, this was so abrupt and sudden that it's more devastating, and that's what a lot of things like this are. So, I hope that you guys understand why they're quitting, and understand my, point and why I put what I put in that photo. Because, well, let's be real, they technically were the original time creatures. Anyway, guys, this is it for the video, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.